Whew. So the big debate tonight. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that incredibly exciting? Not really. Are we going to be able to live through the madness that is to come after this election? I don't know, man. I think civil war, it's like I've said before, if POTUS wins, civil war, civil unrest. If he doesn't win, civil war, civil unrest. Because if he doesn't win, no one's going to believe the election, even if it's fair at this point. And the big debates tonight. Well, a debate is tonight. You know damn well they're just going to give Creepy Sleepy Joe muffin punches and Creepy Sleepy Joe muffin punches because he's being backed by the media, and even Barack Obama is on his way out there trying to campaign for Sleepy Creepy Joe. It's crazy, actually. You got all the demon rats coming out backing Joe, and then you have some irrelevant celebrities coming out and backing Joe. Wonder how much money they paid them. Wonder how much money they paid them to come out of their hidey holes. But whatever. Irrelevant celebrities. Does anybody even care about what celebrities think? Does anybody? I know I don't. The more they talk, the more I dislike them. And then they had that stupid naked ballad thing. And then you have gross Amy Schumer fucking out there naked. At least Sarah Silverman's really good looking. Still. She's almost 50 years old. She has a nice set of tits. I've always liked Sarah Silverman anyway. She's always been, I've never found her very funny, but if I had the opportunity, I'd definitely be bagging that, even now. But anyways, that's not here nor there. That's not here nor there. But, I don't know. This debate is a big freaking... This debate is a big, is going to be a big shit show anyways. They're muting the mics. I guess the Republicans are going to have a person there making sure that they're fair. This is getting ridiculous. Like, what happened to the good old days when, we'd have a debate? You'd have two people talking and they would debate about things without muted mics and blah, 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 2-minute time limits. I don't know. I think it will work out in POTUS's favor anyways. Because Joe Biden's retarded, right? I guess I shouldn't say retarded, that's politically incorrect, but he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, nor is he the, he's a few bricks of a full load, he's a one brick short of a full load, and the man's cognitive ability is declining day by day, onsets of dementia and craziness. They probably are feeding him adrenochrome or whatever that stuff is called, the blood of the innocents. You gotta ask yourself, well, the bottom line is the Democrats are evil, right? the Democrats are evil. Not even being hyperbolic, they are evil. They are evil. They are evil. You know, it's a beautiful fall day today. It's a beautiful fall day today. I thought I would take a little bit of a drive. This wonderful weather we're having. It's a little bit overcast, but it's a really beautiful day. The sun's out. Big cool, but I don't know. Fall's my favorite time of the year anyway. One of my favorite times of the year. I actually love winter because I'm strange that way. I just like the silence of winter. I like the silence of winter. I like the cold of winter, because you can always dress for the cold. You can never escape the heat, but you can dress for the cold. But this debate tonight is going to be a shit show, I know that, and I don't know how many people are going to be watching. Probably about 80 million or more. It's one thing that POTUS can do is sell out a house, you know. He may not be the greatest speaker, but he may not be the greatest speaker. He may not be the greatest speaker, but he's inspirational nonetheless. And he's inspirational nonetheless. And he's inspired a whole nation. I don't remember a time when I was interested in politics. I actually never have been until POTUS. So I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing. But nah, it's a beautiful day today, man. Like, I wish you could see this. But it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, I guess. To a certain degree. I know that it's going to be unfair. I know it's going to be another lefty, you know, asking dumb questions, same questions that POTUS has denounced 100 times already. But they have to keep on driving it home, right? Because if the Democrats didn't live in lies, they wouldn't be living. They're so corrupt and twisted, it's not even funny. And anybody who would vote a Democrat at this point in time, after all the Hunter Biden stuff has come out and everything else has come out, it's you're the problem. Like I've said this before in other videos as well, and at this point it seems like I'm repeating myself a lot. You know, my life's pretty plain and boring anyways. You know, when I work, and when I don't work, I don't. There's not much going on in this town either, like as far as entertainment value is concerned, and I'm fairly new here anyways. I've only lived in this area for a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in February, and I haven't met a single person. You know, it's really sad actually that I've lived here for a year and a half and I haven't even met any women. Like, I haven't met anyone, not even anybody to have a beer with. It's pretty sad actually. But anyways, enough about my crappy life. You know, it's can we live through this madness? You know, I guess this time is like no other, you know, and we gotta find truth wherever it lies. You know, we gotta unite. We gotta unite. We gotta keep it going. Keep it going. Gotta keep it going. I like I've said before also, I would trade 10 Justins for one Trump. Yeah. 10 Justins for one Trump. I think that's a perfect deal. And then all the lefties in the United States that are screaming and hollering really loud right now, they would be happy. Until they're not, right? Like, nobody in Canada's happy. Nobody in Canada's happy, you know, with this Trudeau government. But again, you know, our lamestream media is controlled by the government, so we don't get the real news. We only get you know, we don't get real truth here. Our media is being completely eradicated. The free press in Canada is almost no longer. There's only a handful of small independent that are not bought and paid for by the Liberal government, so their voices are being silenced because, you know, God forbid we know the truth about Justin Trudeau and all this scandal. There's an election this month for British Columbia, BC Liberals. But, you know, again, like we can't watch. You can't trust the lamestream around here. So I'm really uninformed when it comes to Canadian politics, for sure, because I haven't paid attention to Canadian politics since Justin Trudeau has gotten into power. And I guess I should be a little bit more aware of what's happening in Canada. But Canada is dying. Our nation is collapsing on itself. You know, our government is bankrupting our country and pushing this globalist agenda, and it's not good. It's not good. But on the same hand, we're powerless to stop it, it seems. And yeah, I don't know, man. The globalist agenda is a real thing, and they're censoring everything. So even anything about, you know, it's all part of the plan, right? All part of the Agenda 21. All part of Agenda 21. And yeah, it's a sad state of affairs in this country. It's a sad state of affairs in this country. But whatever. So, what to talk about now? Yeah, yeah, the globalist agenda is a real thing, and in Canada, Justin Trudeau is a globalist, and he's pushing this agenda. He's not working for the best interests of Canadians. And after the election in what month was it? What year was it? I think 2 years ago now, or a year and a half ago. So 2018. Nobody I know voted for the man. Nobody I know voted for Liberals. And I've said this in other videos before too. It's just like, out west, our vote doesn't count because we just don't have the people. And we just don't have the population. Or they vote harvest or ballot harvest. I don't know. But nobody voted for Justin Trudeau out west, as far as I know. Everybody voted for Maxime Bernier, and that I know. And if they weren't going to vote Maxime Bernier, they were going to vote for the Greens, Elizabeth May. Is that her name? I can't remember. But yeah, but for some reason we got Justin Cock Trudeau. So out west we don't really get much in the way of we don't have an electoral college or anything like that in Canada. So where the populace is generally gets our politicians, elects our politicians, and unfortunately the populace of Canada is all on the east coast. All on the east coast, like around Toronto and Quebec and Ontario, and that's where most of the population of Canada is. Like Vancouver's the biggest city out west, and I think it has less than 2 million people there. And then the next biggest one would probably be Edmonton or Calgary. One of them, Edmonton or Calgary. But between Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary, we don't even have as many people as Toronto, Ontario. So and then Quebec City and Montreal, I think they're far greater. Number two, I think they got like, well, I think Quebec City has at least 2 million. And Montreal has at least 3 or 4 million people. And then there's Winnipeg too, which is like a pretty small part of the eastern vote, but it's like kind of like a rock and a hard place. It's between the east and the west. It's kind of like right there, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Like it's not quite Ontario, but it's not quite Saskatchewan either. So, and the Saskatchewan Prairie provinces, their populace is very sparse. I think the biggest city in Saskatchewan is Regina, Saskatchewan, and yeah, no, I think there's a huge disproportionate amount of votes over on the east coast of Canada than the west coast of Canada and across the prairie provinces. So we end up getting prime ministers like Justin Cock Trudeau, and the scandals that followed are ridiculous. Like, he has been in power now for 8 years. No, sorry, 6 years, almost 7 years, and cost of living has gone up like at least 43%, at least. Just taxes in general are ridiculous. Like, what do we pay on taxes? It's like, what would we pay in taxes? Like almost 50% of all their income goes to just paying taxes. And that's what it is in this country. So like, I'll say again, I would trade 10 Justins for one Trudeau, or 10 Justins for one Trump. I think that's a fair trade. 10 Justins for one Trudeau, or 10 Justins for one Donald. I think that's a fair trade. You know, you have Joe Biden and Kamala Harris talking about the will of the people, but they haven't accepted the will of the people since 2016. So, what makes you think they're gonna respect the will of the people this election? They're not going to. They're not going to. This whole thing is all about, because for 8 years, well, let's say for 30 years, from Clinton to Obama, you know, George W. was just Republican in name only. He was just a crony establishment figurehead. So he doesn't really count. But in the last 30 years, the demons of man have been plotting and orchestrating the Agenda 21. And one of the reasons why they're so butthurt over the fact that Donald Trump got in is because the plans they've made in the last plans they've made in the last 30 years are being abolished by Donald Trump. Get out of the lane, buddy. That's not him. Fuck, I hate people like this. They drive really slow in the fast lane. Like, come on, man. Get out of the way. I guess I'll have to edit that out. What the hell is this guy doing anyways? Fucking get out of my way, man. Fucking retard drivers around here, I tell you. Crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. We got nothing left to lose but pride. Oh, pride. Oh, my. Oh, my. Get the hell out of my way. Got to say, I gotta drive this car today. Come on, man. Come on, man, get out of my way. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about anymore. I don't know. I guess there's lots to talk about, but no, I should have just kept on going. Should have just kept on going. It wasn't too bad. I guess it would be kind of good if people got rid of, if people had self-driving cars, because there's a lot of bad drivers, man. A lot of bad drivers. I don't happen to be one of them. I think I was born to be a race car driver. I think I was born to be a race car driver. I was born to be a race car driver, but you know, I have a beer budget. You know, that's really what it comes down to in the end. I don't even know how a person becomes a race car driver, but I'm sure there's some way. I know you got to go through the circuit, the kart circuit and stuff like that, and there's all sorts of things you got to do just to become a sponsored driver. But if I was a race car driver, it'd be Indy anyways. IndyCar. Not IndyCar. Yeah, IndyCar. Because at least IndyCar, you're driving cars with like 500 horsepower and shit. And you're not going around and around in a circle. You're not going round and around in a circle. You're doing a big ass thing, you know, cruising at about 300 mile an hour, 300 kilometer an hour, which is way too fast. But I guess if you got the car and it's totally designed for going that fast, then I guess you're safe. But spectacular crashes, you know. Well, we'll see how this video turns out. how this video turns out. I didn't really talk about nothing here, so basically I'm just wasting airspace. Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round. Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.